Adventures in Filbar. For all your role-playing needs, try the free stuff first.
Hello and welcome to our stream. Don't forget to follow us on the socials at mhoboinc, or you can email us mhoboinc@gmail.com. If you're interested in playing on the stream, get a hold of us. You can also purchase interesting RPG items at our store, and the link is below. We have everything from shirts to skateboards in our shop. Go, take a look. And if you need new math rocks, catch a Pirate Dog Dice on Twitter for some personalised items. If your game stinks, unlike ours, try some adventure scents by elfishgames.com. They have over 60 different scents and most are pleasant. This aid is perfect for in-person games, especially conventions. Elfish Games also makes how to RPG with your cat, how to cook with your dice, the Shine system if you want to be a gooder writer than me, or try the Radiance project if you just want to play with yourself. Allfishgames.com is your stop for game aids.
can entertain ourselves. So Nova is looking at my whipped cream on my drink longingly because she didn't get her pup cup.
There's no way. Okay, so we are now live because I can hear it. So last week, everybody got an invitation to a dinner party. They spent the afternoon dicking around getting clothing for the shindig. They are ready to go. They have gone home. They have changed clothes. They are all ready to go. And there is a knock on the entry door.
A tap.
A tapping.
Knock it, knock it, knock.
Who wants to answer the door?
I will.
Dworkin Didobon, City Inspector for Ocasio, is present. He wants to know if he could bother you for just a few minutes. Behind him, there are a quartet of guards.
We're on our way out right now. Can this wait till tomorrow?
The quartet of guards.
It
Maybe they're
cannot,
bringing us there.
because this is a matter of urgent security. We have been informed by the members of the Five that you need to authorize the presence of these four individuals to protect the confines of Ocasio. There will be no cost to you at this time.
I'm sorry. What are we supposed to do?
You have
Osiris, get over here. Listen to these people.
Osiris, he goes through it again. The Five have indicated that the safety and security of Ocasio is of paramount importance. Ergo, they have shifted 4 guardsmen to come to the area and keep an eye on the cellar/cave system entrance. They need
Well,
to
why didn't you
have
say that in the first place?
because you are a woman, and I did not think you would understand.
Are we dressed for dinner already? Because
Yes.
if not,
I need everyone to roll initiative.
okay, yeah,
Sounds good. I'll have to go get my dice.
You,
someone needs to get bitch slapped. What am I rolling?
Thank you.
Osiris looks at him and goes, "Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen."
Yeah.
Okay.
So he apologizes. He's had a long day. He meant no disrespect. He had an argument with his
About to get
wife and
one.
his kids. Plus, he's got this ingrown toenail, and his taxes are due, and he's late on that. Anyway, he needs one of you at least to go ahead and authorize the existence of said guards and give us a little hand with the. I'm trying to be nice about this, but the nosy bitch next door is being a pain in our ass.
Yeah, Osiris
Reach into
will
the fire.
sign off on it. Osiris will sign off on it, but he said that there is their guards may be stationed outside the home with no entrance into the home, stationing outside on the corners of the pretty much like surrounding the hole, but not they can't go in our house and like rummage around or roam around.
There's no warrant, bitch.
Correct. They do not want to go into your house. They do not want to go into your cellar. They wish to remain above ground and diligent at their surroundings.
Yeah, I'll tell them about the that we did the we had the priest kind of consecrate that area so that way there is some protection there, but he's not sure how long that will last. But it's best not to let anything. It's best not to let anything down there.
Yeah, this is our domicile. You don't get to come in.
Yeah, the look on their faces indicate that they're not thrilled exactly to be on this bitch detail. But the life of the guard is the life of the guard, and they do what they are ordered to do until they go to Nuremberg.
Okay.
So, that being said, he provides you with some paperwork, Osiris, asks for a sign-off, indicating that these are free of charge at this time, pending any injury, illness, or other act of demonic nature and or Snake King activities.
Gotcha. Osiris will hand each of them five. There's four of them,
There's four of them
right?
and Dworkin.
Okay, he'll hand each of them 5 silver pieces as compensation for their work for tonight, knowing they have to do this. This is not a fun gig.
Is Midge at home?
Midge is at home, as is Jet.
I
And
asked
then
Midge if she'll bring out some refreshments about halfway through.
Okay.
Pretty
and then he'll
please.
also go to the neighbor, the nosy neighbor, and let him know that the guards are covering the cellar. Please do not disturb them.
She
your
feels
dog.
that this military infringement is just the start of something worse. She begins to unload a conspiracy theory about how this is the first step in how the five redistribute the rights of the citizens. And she knows that they have a problem with her dog, and she is concerned about the dog's well-being. And she feels that these guards are going to go ahead and cause undue stress upon her and the animal.
Probably. Then the recommendation would be to continue to keep your dog inside the house and not advocate violence. If you do, we cannot be responsible for the actions that they take in protecting themselves or in protecting that hole that is dug in the backyard that you so desperately want a part of.
Persuade me.
Hoi.
Cash just wants to go show off her dress.
You
Can
got
we get this
this.
show on the road?
I'm gonna go grab my dice.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Dice are
18.
around the corner.
She accepts that and finishes with a flourish and a raised fist, power to the people.
Yeah.
So she,
Man.
yeah,
Super.
she offers you her word as a good neighbor. She will keep an eye on them and make sure they don't go into the house. Midge is already bringing out some kind of cracker celery dip thing for them.
Oh. I lean over and I
Okay.
tell Midge, I'm like, if there's anything like cool or different at this dinner, I'll bring some home to you so you can try it out.
Okay. You all had best be getting going because you're going to be late. Dworkin, just one more thing, and he's talking to 3. Fee. Might I say, madam, I know you were offended earlier. Allow me to make amends. I find that your attire graciously fits your body proportions.
Hold on. Is Fee wearing the thing we bought her, or is Fee wearing
Yeah.
or are you wearing the bloody drapes?
No, I'm saving the bloody drapes for a really special occasion, and I'm wearing the emerald green dress that you got for me. Thank you again. So I'll tell him, like, you know what? Thank you. Osiris just bought this for me from Maze, and I was raised in a temple, so I know about healing. I might be able to do something about which toe is it that's ingrown?
The left.
The left?
Yes.
Okay, so I imagine you want dexterity. So does a 21 hit him right on the foot as I stomp the shit out of it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And as I do it, I scream, "Demons be gone!"
Wow.
Let's.
And then I call down the blessings of, I'm not sure what the gods are here, but I call down one of their blessings and use thaumaturgy to make my eyes light up. And I tell them, now it's going to hurt for a minute, but it's going to be much better soon.
Please don't pee on my doorstep.
Rosa, since your rolls suck, roll a Constitution save for Dweedle, or Dworkin, rather. Carol. Constitution save for Dworkin.
Constitution save? Fail. Oh, I have to roll his Constitution save?
Yep. Because your rolls habitually suck.
Oh, no, then that time. 14 plus whatever your bonus is.
He's hopping around on one foot trying to be diplomatic about it, Fee. thanking you, but having a great deal of difficulty. The guards all find it rather amusing as they chuckle behind their hand. Again, Midge reminds you, TikTok motherfuckers, you're going to be late.
Thanks, Midge.
Apparently,
Yeah.
there is no other paperwork or requirements for Dworkin Beetlebomb at this point. You notice that the guards set up on each corner of the cellar, and they are concerned about the gap in the ground. Are we headed to the dinner party?
Yes.
Yeah.
The good news is
Sure.
it's a calm, peaceful night. There's no rain. Nothing's going to ruin your dresses or your outfits.
Oh, well, there's that.
Who wants to D12 against me? See if you are further delayed.
I will.
7.
4.
You are delayed. Reginald P. Wentworth. Oh, good, good, good. I have some papers for you all to sign. I was afraid I would miss you.
Okay, well, you're going to have to walk with us.
You know what, Reginald? You did miss us. We're out of here. And I'm going to just keep going.
If I do not get everybody's signature, there will be a delay.
And
It
we're
could be
walking. We're
Yeah, it
walking.
could be a delay after dinner until after
We're
dinner.
walking. We're walking.
That's right, we're walking.
I grab it. I sign it. Let's go. I got to show this dress off.
Cash, who do you hand it off to?
I'll hand it off to Rosa.
You're gonna
Walk
have
and
to
sign, walk and sign.
I put the most half-assed, half-hearted. I just put a big friggin' flourishy R.
Fair enough. Who do you hand it off to?
I don't care. FA. I guess whoever's next to me, I would say FA.
PA, do you sign?
I sign it in my incredibly childish handwriting.
Nice. Hand it off or hang on to it?
No, I'm going to hand it off to Osiris and tell him when we have a free moment without distractions, as I look at Wentworth, I'd like to talk to you about something.
Osiris, do you sign?
Yeah. Osiris signs it, and then he's like waiting for his copy.
And he hands you a copy of it.
All right. And Osiris kind of
Good
tucks
luck.
his copy into his shirt. Thank you.
The guards at the gate, are you the adventurers?
Sure. There's
Yes,
another group
we
here,
are.
but we're the impressive ones, not those other ones.
Is there a Rosa here?
Yeah.
I'm Rosa.
Is there an Osiris here?
Yeah.
Is there a Fia here?
I salute.
Is there a Crush here?
That's Cash. Hi, nice to meet you. How you doing? Shaking their hands.
Very nice.
Here.
Right in through the main doors. Everybody else is already here, I believe. Welcome aboard. Thank you for attending. As you guys walk through the big, heavy oaken doors, this is not going to be your fairy tale castle. It's a fortress. It is a functional fortress. They've tried to incorporate certain accents of a jungle nature to it. It's not overly lavish. There's no gargoyles for gutters. It is a functional but nice place. As you go in, there's a roaring fire directly across from you. In between you and the fire is this very elongated rectangular table. All but 4 seats are taken. So everybody roll a d20 in order to then roll what seat you're going to get.
That's a 5.
14.
15.
And yours was 8, Rosa.
Hello, Jillster.
Fee, roll me a d4, please.
A 1.
Fee is in position 1. Osiris, you are up next. Roll me a d6, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
3.
Cyrus is here. Next up is 8, Rosa. Odd or even?
Not high, all right, whatever. I cannot read these dice. That'd be even.
It is. Leaving cash at position 2. They have started to serve not the main course, but a reasonable facsimile of, for lack of a better term, an hors d'oeuvre. The actual hors d'oeuvres have already been served, but you guys were
Oh,
late.
shit. Midge is going to be so upset.
Okay, so as you can see from on screen, as I fuck around with it.
Ooh, I'm next to Inus. Is that how you say his name?
Yep. Fee is in 1, Cash is in 2, Osiris is in 3, and Rosa is in 4. Some of these people you will recognize, some of these people you will not. Wisteria clearly is sitting next to the fire, while Captain Spike Hornswoggle is closest to you, and he will direct each of you to your seats. For game purposes, they have been preordained, even though you guys rolled to get them. Wisteria is just sullen, shadow-faced.
I wait for Wisteria. Hi, it's nice to see you again.
Lord Talbot stands and says, "Thank you. A little bit late, but thank you very much for showing. This is the monthly dinner party where we will be discussing things of importance here in Ocasio. Please have a seat. If you have any questions, please hold them till the end, unless you are asked a question. We will start with Wisteria Vex, everyone. Wisteria stands up. We have a dragon problem. There is gasping from a lot of people because clearly there's only 6 of you that have seen this thing. Everybody else is either bullshit or, oh, great.
What did we call him? Did we give him a name or did he have a name?
Goldie.
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 I like you've met Goldie. He's awesome. He's not a problem.
Mace Addington and I recently visited the mining facility after discovering that these brave adventurers had made contact with a worm of indeterminate age. We have seen it. We did not make contact with it. The miners were torn between how the situation was handled by said heroes.
You talked to the assholes of the group, didn't you?
We talked to everyone. Thank you, Cash. Please allow me to finish.
Yeah, you didn't talk to us.
We would like to hear from the heroes what your assessment of this issue is, and did this play a part in the agreements made with ferrous oxide and the salt conclave? Which of you would like to speak? Everybody roll initiative for order to speak.
I think we all probably want to
That's
speak.
not fair.
Yeah, I'm going last.
I get
2.
19.
Nat 20.
Nice.
13.
Nat 20, you're up.
Osiris doesn't say anything. He's going to allow Cash to tell her story, as it has a tendency to be a bit more energetic and exuberant. And he wants to see, he's more paying attention to everyone's actions during this and their reactions.
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
It may not. If they have questions, they can ask me directly. I'm more than happy to talk, but he'll let Cash since she's excited about it.
Okay, now all the technical stuff, like the how the events, like the order of the events and all that stuff, and the agreements that you make. Yeah, Osiris, he's your man.
Cut to the meat.
Anyway, as a personal reference, I can just say that Goldie is a very nice dragon. He's not very old, so he was a little confused, not confused, but just concerned about, humans around, and he doesn't want to hurt anybody. And he's just a really nice dragon. He didn't hurt me at all. He didn't even try. He just listened to us, and we made the deal with him, and he hasn't, tried to hunt the miners or anything like that. He was just a really sweet dragon, and I think he would be a bonus to our community. Plus, he ate all the bugs. We didn't have bug time this year, so you should take that into consideration. Osiris, it's on you now.
Osiris, since you're looking around, roll me a 2d20s, two separate.
I mean, surely the bug thing at least has to, be in his favor. I've heard that was really bad.
A 10 and a 13.
Okay. For 10, Hannah is okay. She appears tired, a little haggard, a little worn out. She's had a rough 36 hours, Fee.
Yeah.
Lord Talbot.
Butterfingers.
That's right. You will notice that Lord Talbot is taking notes. So those are the two that you notice at this time. Next up is Fee. Wisteria Vex looks at you, Fee, and says, would you like to add anything?
Well, I'm just wondering when our main course of pallid mash and milk is coming up, because you guys are just chicken livers of little babies worried about some dragon that said he's going to be peaceful.
So,
is there alcohol here?
Oh, there's a lot of alcohol here.
Good. I'm going to down some and then wipe it my arm on my mouth. Wipe it my mouth on my arm like that.
Hang on, I got to figure out which one.
I am classy with a K.
And Cash does it. Yeah, you go, girl.
Oh, a halfling named H.R. Prescott, who you have not been introduced to yet. He goes, I'll drink to that, and he holds up a mug. The haughty Captain Maybell Subtle Barclay, closest to 4. Who's at 4?
Me.
Closest to Rosa. She is a smoke show, straight up smoke show.
Nice.
She's cute.
She's gorgeous. She raises her wine goblet to you, Fee, and gives you a subtle little wink. Subtle being a misnomer. She is.
Sorry, you're not ugly enough for her.
Not subtle at all.
Look somewhere else.
Yeah.
Wait, so she's in.
Yes.
She's into ladies. Okay.
These smoke shows are wasted on me.
Hey, you're the one that spoke up. It's not my fault that these are the three that are going to take interest in this. Wisteria says, good call. Bring out the food!
So I raise my mug or goblet or both if I've got access to them, and give a cheers to everybody that was backing me on that.
Okay. Rosa, Wisteria looks at you. Do you have anything to add?
I'm going to give a little evidence to suggest that our assessment is correct. The fact is, when we went there, the dragon could have gone after the miners. If, dragons could eat. But instead, the dragon was finding, I think it was goats or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it goats?
I think it was a
Like
goat.
the wild goats in the area, clearly interested in being a predator and eating things that are not people. He was very nice. I've never talked to a dragon before. This was a whole new experience, but I never felt once like I was in danger from the dragon.
Just your rolls.
Yeah, just my rolls to get up the friggin' wall.
Amen.
Or get down it. I never felt never felt danger from him. He really, I believe him, and he's the source of the salt.
Ferrous oxide screams out, "What?"
Yeah, he's the source of salt. So you kill him, you're gonna kill a source of like another brand of salt.
Does it shit
Very
salt?
tasty.
Oh,
No,
Osiris!
no.
Osiris immediately looks around. Is anybody else smoking here?
Yes.
Osiris lights up. Osiris lights up immediately.
Terry Crow Swift from the Bordeaux. He was your waiter / owner.
What did we name that salt, by the way?
Dragon salt.
Yeah, dragon salt. So you mean no breath? It's a breath. I think it's part of his breath weapon.
So it's not a shit.
He's using it for good, not bad.
Kill him for good, man.
It's not shit.
Wisteria turns around and goes, "More wine."
Cash cries out, "See? Dragon salt. I mean, who wouldn't want to eat dragon salt? That just sounds badass."
Lord Talbot stands up. Let's go ahead and hold right now. Let's have everybody introduce themselves first. Wisteria Vex, you all know. You know me, Lord Talbot. You know Mace Addington. You know Captain Spike Hornswoggle. Let's start to the right of Wisteria. Ines Wainwright stands up, hoists his glass, and goes, "Ines Wainwright, visitor. Not quite sure why I'm here. Thank you." Melina Hoover steps up, head of the Shipwrights Guild, blah, blah, blah. Always a pleasure to be here. It's already been more exciting than last month. Heinrich Spoonfeld is up next. He points out that he has prepared a delicious meal and Wisteria cuts him short. Yes, got it, chef. Next up, we overwent Fee. Fee, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I would have said I'm Fee. I'm from the mainland, retired cavalry. And, Ines, why are any of us here? When you really think about it, and I will be unusually long-winded as I go until she cuts me off.
Fair enough. Ines will add at his introduction. Oh, yeah, and we went on a date. Cash, you're up second or next.
Hey, I'm Cash. I'm with, these four. I lean over and I say, "Melina, hey, I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're feeling okay." After that whole thing.
Next. H.R. Prescott does not even stand up. He is 3 sheets to the wind, and he points out, "I am H.R. Prescott. I am the oldest hireling of the 5, and a friend to Gibbet McSimmons forever." Little bit of a silence there. Next up is Jane. Rosa and Cash will recognize him as the owner of Club Erotica. He will point out, if you ever need a good rub and tug, Club Erotica is your place.
Yeah, except if you want to be a good employee.
Ferrous oxide stands up. Food falls off of his tunic, which is patchy at best, and begins to go into the long-winded explanation of how he has brought the condiments of salt and he gets cut off. Next up is Edward Norton, very reserved, points out that he is the day investigator. Thank you for including me. Captain Spike Hornswoggle looks over at Rosa, goes, they know me, you're up.
Oh, we're going around the table. I thought we were going back to the Tanham. Hi, everyone. My name is Rosa Blackthorn. I am part of this crew. It's nice to meet some of you. Some of you already know. And then I just basically give a bit of a smile to Edward Norton. And who else do I know in this crew? Let's see. Not Marina Hoover. I kind of probably dagger look at her.
Captain Maybell stands
as I kind of
up
look around the
and goes,
room, I guess. Oh, of course, I give a smile.
Captain Maybell, subtle Barclay. I am not the least bit subtle
Talbot?
and don't care.
So
I am the captain
Talbot
of the
Wait.
captain
Talbot?
of where the fuck am I? The captain of the Empire, and sits down. She goes, "You gotta be quick here, hon."
No, I'm talking to the dungeon master here. Okay, this was out of game. I just wanted to make a comment. So Talbot's first name is not Lord, because I have never ever heard Salvatore the entire time I've been playing this game.
He's always been, he's always been
Lord
offered
Talbot.
up as Lord Talbot.
Yeah. So
Your
no,
name's Salvatore?
Rosa
Obviously, he hasn't posted.
Salvatore. So Rosa actually, by the way, it stopped talking when I stopped quoting, and I was just basically telling you who I was giving looks to. I will give a look of check out Captain Mabel because she's hot stuff, and of course I smile at Lord Talbot.
Terry Crowswift stands up. Terry Crowswift, owner operator of the Bordeaux, sits right down. Brianna Turtle Mender stands up. I am the naturalist here at Ocasio. My name is Brianna Turtle Mender. I'd like to thank Osiris for his generous contribution. Lord Talbot looks over at Twitch Claymore, and Twitch Claymore stands up, adjusts himself, and he goes, "The name's Twitch Claymore, plantation owner and current head of the Trading Association." And he sits down. The holy man at the table, Claudius, a little bit too much wine, hiccups, and goes, "May the blessings be upon you all." Hannah. Hannah, I am the elder. And sits down. Wisteria looks over at Talbot. You can tell Lord Talbot's a little bit stressed out because he's a little bit under the gun. Osiris, give me 2 more D20 rolls, please.
Okay. Uh, 4 and 14.
As the food comes out, you see that Heinrich von Spoonfed is yelling to his staff that he has brought with him. He does not appear to give 2 shits about what Wisteria is doing. 14 is Brianna Turtle Mender. She gives you a nice smile and a little nod. Once again, appreciation for what was the name of your turtle?
Oh, yeah. I forgot because I just dumped money at her and was like, we get turtle. I don't remember.
Okay. Anyway, she is grateful. Lord Talbot kind of rubs his forehead and he's like, okay, so the dragon has not attacked anybody at this time. I don't feel that it's that much of a concern. Ferrous oxide harumps. He is clearly upset that he was not told that the salt was a byproduct of a dragon. Next order of business.
As they do that, as he points out that the dragon is minor, as after Talbot finishes, Osiris points out to him quietly that he just says to Lord Talbot, not in front of everyone, but just as he's smoking a cigarette and Lord Talbot sits down, he'll just kind of quietly say, "There are some concessions I've made with the dragon if you'd like to speak with it later."
Well, and Osiris hasn't given his speech yet.
He's just watching.
Yeah, Osiris is not really giving a speech. He's
Okay.
he's letting everyone else do the talking because he just wants to see what these people are about.
Salvatore turns to Briona and asks her what she has learned. She goes into a dissertation about the Tri-Lands, pointing out that the recent return of the Chalupa brought back some fantastic stories of sea monsters and creatures inhabiting the land. She believes, as a naturalist, she'll continue to point that out, that the creature should probably be dealt with diplomatically rather than launch an all-out crusade against this creature. After all, she believes that the young adventurers taken to the Tri-Lands by the Chalupa were viewed as interlopers and possibly malcontents. Captain Hornswoggle, at the end, clears his throat loudly and he goes, "I offer the full might of our military to deal with that problem." An argument then ensues. It will go on for a minute or two before Wisteria slams down her goblet, yells for more wine, and says, "Is there any other comments from the gallery?" Hargett Crank from the Historical Society, I believe Osiris is the only one that's met her.
Yes.
Okay. She points out that she understands the Tri-Lands and gives a broad overview, pretty much what was on your map that you guys each have. She is rather monotone in her delivery and very abrupt. So much so that Wisteria has asked for a second goblet of wine, one for
alcohol too. Do they have rum?
Yeah, they got
At
everything.
this party.
Yeah.
I want rum.
There are
Jesus.
2 stewards for every 3 people. So Midge was not selected for whatever reason.
I know.
It is what it is. Well, it'll be explained in a bit. With that information over, he then looks at Terry Crowswift and Hargett Crank, asking them in succession if they have any news that needs to be shared with the table. Neither of them have any news. Captain Maybell is up next, and he's like, as a guest of Ocasio, what can we do for you? She looks at each female at the table and she goes, "I'm just enjoying the view there, Lord T."
Wait, which one was this?
Captain Maybell.
My neighbor?
Rosa,
my neighbor. Well, she's gonna get a good vibe. She has a really good view.
There's a lot of deep breaths and leaning going on over at
There's definitely some deep breaths and leaning going on over here. And believe me, I believe my outfit is really good. I look spectacular. So
I pointed out to Ines so he can get a view. Like, you do not want to miss that.
Already there. Note that Captain Maybell is wearing exceptionally tight leather pants and a very loose-fitting shirt as well. She has a chain tattoo around her neck, is one of the more notable features. Rosa is part of the adventuring group you were skipped over. Captain Hornswoggle is up next. he addresses the Piscator versus the Chalupa versus Captain Lunga, and pretty much everybody at the table groans. He points out that through no fault of his own or his crew, the Finalis, the Chalupa disregarded safety measures and has done significant damage to the dock and 3 vessels, especially the Piscator. He suggests that Captain Esmeralda be admonished, possibly financially as well. The other
Hey, I was there. I don't think she was doing it on purpose. It was an emergency.
3 vessels and the dock are damaged. The emergency was created by her patrons, if you will, and their lack of abilities at the Tri-Lands. Many of the people present here.
Osiris, and I'm like,
Osiris just points out if it is also upon the patrons, are they not held responsible as well as the captain for this activity?
It is the captain's prerogative on how she handles her boat. Now, I would be all in favor of her going after the survivors for compensation, but regardless of what her passengers have to say, the captain, and I believe Captain Maybell will agree with me on this one, it is the captain's prerogative on how they handle their vessel. Ergo, she is responsible for the damage at this time.
I see. I was curious. I was unaware of the situation.
No, there's no anger in his voice. He's pretty even keeled about it. Not a big deal. After a little bit of discussion, a lot of these people rely on the docks to go ahead and get stuff in. They realize the economic stress it's going to put on. There is a brief discussion on adding another set of docks to the North Bay. You guys have not been to the North Bay. It's a small cove for the most part. It will require some work to get docks there and get the ability for expansion because the cliff comes out, so you'd have to scoop around. A lot of this stuff is going to be shit that you guys are unfamiliar with because this is your first sit down with them. And you were invited to answer a few questions about certain issues. That is why they do not directly address you. Next up will be Edward Norton. And Wisteria gives a long, low whistle. Edward stands up and he is a little blustery, little red in the face. I understand that you would like an update on the Night Stalker. We currently have none. Let's see, who would be the closest? Six. Captain Hornswoggle turns to you, Rose, and says, the Night Stalker is the individual that has been whacking people on the docks here lately. You notice that he is drinking water. Osiris, give me 2 more D20s, please.
Okay. By the way, Osiris has not touched his food or his drink at all. He's just been eyeballing everything.
100 spoon-fed notices that. 18 and 15?
Mm-hmm.
I look at Hornswoggle and I will say I did kind of figure that that's the person we're talking about.
Huh?
It is awfully hard to be able to find clues to something that is invisible. But there has to be an answer.
Hornswoggle says, it's just the guards not doing their job. Osiris, you notice that Hornswoggle, like Wisteria Vex, not a big interest in this. Not interested in this at all. The other one you got was Terry Crowswift. and he says something to you in Elvish, and it is
Okay.
negligence.
Hmm.
Everybody at the table passes it off because it is a low comment, and no one else seems to understand it. Give me an investigation roll.
Do I have to-
Nice. 21.
Wisteria Vex can speak Elvish,
Nice.
so she noticed it. Other than that, Edward Norton explains that he is working very closely with Bull Manchester, who is the lead investigator on evenings, and he is looking at putting in some overtime to try and stop these heinous activities. Harriet Crank from the Historical Society points out that she does declare that it is almost unsafe to be a woman on the streets of Ocasio, and this it should be made a priority. Edward Norton.
I'm kind of looking at her like, what? Land safe if you're helpless. I
Why
don't
is
say
it only
that.
important for women to
That's
be
my thought.
safe?
Yeah, why is it just a woman issue?
Well, men traditionally have been buccaneers and pirates here. I myself am a learned individual, so
Men have been the targets.
I laughed some drink right out of my nose.
Nice.
We know one of the victims, and
Our-
anybody
yeah, our
here can have their
friend
head
Jack.
cracked, can
Thought
have their
Jack.
head cracked open by something they cannot see.
Feed D12 against me.
We need a
Ooh, I'm
trap.
gonna get to hit somebody with this. A 1. It milk out my nose.
Ines is a little bit slow on giving you the handkerchief, but he hands it over to you so that you can mop that shit up. Wisteria Vex bursts out laughing and almost does the same thing. She finds your etiquette display quite humorous.
Or lack thereof.
Wisteria then adds, I think the concern is to all residents of Ocasio, male or female, and I'm certain that Inspector Norton and Inspector Manchester are working or will be working much harder to resolve the situation.
I'm going to drink to that.
That being the case, do you feel that the pirates, and this is Wisteria, the pirates influx are responsible? And she looks over at Captain Maybell, who tips her wine glass and gives her a wink.
Nice.
Osiris, since you were keeping an eye on Wisteria anyway, you can tell that Wisteria is not a fan of Captain Maybell. Edward Norton goes on to discuss that with the docks full and now damaged, the pirates are not going to be able to leave anytime soon. I would suggest that perhaps their respective captains speak with their crew and remind them that they are not aboard a seagoing vessel. H.R. Prescott busts out laughing and falls out of his chair because he's trash. Next up is ferrous oxide, and he goes, I want to circle around at this salt thing.
Of course.
He's going to look at you four.
I just smile
One.
at him.
He's going to look at Cash. He goes, so what part of the body does this salt come out of on this dragon? Because I can't pedal pea salt.
You can't do what?
Pedal pea salt.
Well, why would you need to tell anybody anyway? I'm not telling you. Who knows
It's
what you would do
not
with that information?
It's not pea salt. It would come out. I think it's some sort of reaction with his breath. It may not even
and
be salt coming out of it. It may be something that he's breathing into the air that becomes salt.
I interrupt and say, let's just say it's a girl dragon.
Well, I could probably charge double for that, especially to them stupid pirates.
Oh, I like that idea.
I'm satisfied with this answer. That's how we're going to market this.
Wow.
I agree. It was
Thought it was
definitely a
that
girl.
easy.
It was definitely a female. Goldie was definitely female.
Jane stands up and he's like, well, all I can say about the pirate issue is business is booming. I was kind of hoping that they pay the monthly fee and then leave within a week, but it appears as though they're going to get their money's worth, so that's fine. And, Ferris, if you're interested in that kind of thing, I've got a room. He sits down. H.R. Prescott climbs back into his chair, noticeably drunk.
Oh my God! Somebody shut him off.
If Gibbet were here, he would say that most of you are gutless yellow turds, and that he would be the first to step
I
up
turn to him and I'm like,
and ride that fucking
sir?
dragon.
Sir,
Yeah, baby.
I think you should switch to water.
I want to literally walk up to him and slap.
It's not bath time. Do you want to do that? You already know that he is the oldest hireling for the five.
I don't know how it would play. That's the only thing. If I was sure that people would be amused by me. Because first of all, he's so drunk that even if I slap him, it probably wouldn't make much of an impact.
Cash leans over and starts to rub his earlobe.
Cash, are you even close?
I don't think it's going to play well, so I'm not going to do that.
Oh, yeah, you're right next to him.
Yeah. So I start.
I have a question.
I'm like, I think you just need to calm down a bit.
Is Gibbet the missing fifth?
He is.
Okay.
Gibbet
so what happened to Gibbet?
Do you ask HR?
Oh dear.
Yeah. I'm like, he's the missing fifth. Where is he?
Oh yeah.
Why isn't he here?
What do you mean the missing fifth?
Yes. Osiris kind of like, you see Osiris visibly kind of like pull a longer drag, like, oh, it's about to get good.
Osiris, you see the mood of the fort change dramatically, and of course, HR, being intoxicated, has zero fucks to give, and he goes, "You want to know what happened to the greatest halfling ever? Well, I'm going to tell you, sweets." He goes, "These guys went to the ape isle and they lost my best friend. Not even his body came back. These guys had me standing by here watching the town while they went off," and he uses a term. Hang on a second. Tallywhacking pull fest.
Wow.
I tell him that sounds like absolute bullshit.
Bullshit my ass. Do you see him sitting here? He would be sitting here in my place if he were here.
No. What they did to Gibbet. Not what you're saying.
A pair of guards approach H.R. Prescott.
Oh dear.
And point out, "Sir, it is time for you to leave." Wisteria is clearly the individual responsible for this interlude. And he says, "I will leave when I say my piece, you piece of shit." And he asks you to repeat yourself, or I'm asking you to repeat yourself because I wasn't fully clear on what you said. You are disagreeing with his account, correct?
No. I'm Yeah, I'm saying that them losing his friend is bullshit. Like, yeah. Like, he's not in the wrong. I'm backing him up with camaraderie. And when they get up to him, I'm like, hey, let him speak.
They look at Wisteria, and Wisteria waves them off. Go ahead, HR. Continue. He goes into a long-winded dissertation about how they were going after an ancient site on Ape Island when, in his opinion, they failed to take suitable precautions for the defense of their location. I have always been responsible for maintaining camp perimeter, and I think, even for as drunk as I am, that they screwed the ape, so to speak.
I
They
turned
set
to
him up.
him.
I'm looking at them, by the way.
They are
What's the reaction?
nonplussed. Wisteria's getting angrier listening to him rant, but none of them appear to be. Well, first off, everybody give me insight. Let's do it that way.
That's
Yeah, I
fair.
want to ask what the 4/5 have to say about this. What's your rebuttal? And I got a natural 20 on insight. Come on, that's ridiculous.
Nice.
I never know
That'd be
anything.
better than mine.
21.
I got 2.
11.
Okay.
So Cash wants to turn to him and
I'm
say,
just looking for obvious reactions anyways. I'm not trying to dig deep here.
wasn't your friend like equally adept as you at these things?
Osiris, what was yours?
22.
Okay. Cash, being clueless, Cash, you do not notice. You do not notice what the 4/5 are doing. Rosa, you are primarily close to Spike. He is not giving any display either way. Not mad, not sad, not in agreement. Blah 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 blah. However, Fee and Osiris, you get the distinct impression that this is not the first time this tirade has occurred. And as you start to look around at the other members of the table, with the exception of Maybell and Ines, who clearly are as new as you, everybody seems to have the same expression. You get the distinct feeling that anytime he gets drunk, he blames the 4/5. Fee, since you asked, Wisteria, Mace, Talbot, and Spike each kind of motion to her, and she says, apologies. When HR drinks, HR gets mad. You're an angry drunk, HR. You are a hell of a hireling, but you're an angry drunk. The story, for your benefit and Mr. Wainwright and Subtle Barclay, is this. HR is correct. We went to follow up a lead at the island of the Ape, near the center of the atoll. We got there. We began our investigation. Night fell. We were attacked by apes. The perimeter was breached, and most of us barely escaped. Gibbet, God rest his soul, perished to one of the larger apes, as did 2 of our hirelings. We could not return to get their bodies because the next morning when we returned to the land, the bodies were gone. I would assume they were consumed. It hurts us to this day that we lost one of our own, and we loved him as a brother. My personal apologies to you for having to listen to HR. The other members are quite used to this, and you will all notice that a few of them are kind of nodding. So this seems to be your standard monthly drunken rampage from the halfling.
Shut him up.
We have not been back since. Uh, we don't really see the need to risk innocent life and limb. Um, and we would encourage you to avoid the island as well.
So, did you saw him die, or is he like trapped there with Wilson right now? And am I confused, or aren't apes like vegetarians and they only eat bugs that
Uh,
are living besides plants?
these apes are carnivorous, and in answer to your question, we saw a pair of apes grab a hold of Gibbet by the legs in a wishbone formation and saw him get flipped into the rocky underbrush. Uh, while we did not see him die, um,
You assumed it and you left him there. I got it.
that is a misnomer, but that is neither here nor there. But yes, the next day he was definitively gone. So yes, maybe he somehow miraculously survived and has grown into a gorilla himself. One will never know.
He's not the only one drinking here.
And it is noticed. There is one other issue. I have to figure it out. Oh, uh, Twitch did not go. So we've gone to HR. Heinrich von Spoonfed will ask, does everybody enjoy the meal? Meal? Everybody like it? Everybody like it? At this point in time, some of you may notice that Hargit Crank is a vegetarian. So the meat portion of the meal is unavailable. Melina Hoover will bring up the problem of the docks again and point out that it needs to be resolved sooner than later. Pew pew. Ines Wainwright will say, just happy to be at the shindig. Thanks. Wisteria looks over at Han Hannah. Han Hannah will point out that what she is determined to be some kind of, let me get this right, the Viper King, as he was known. She believes that you four have found the resting place of the Viper King, a traumatic point of time in the Tabar experience. But there is some mention of a cursed item called the monkey paw that she would point out to be exceptionally careful with. And that is all
What
she
does it
has.
do?
I do not know. I believe it was made specifically for the Viper King. I have been attempting to research it. I've got a little shoulder problem, and there remains of a rash.
How'd that happen?
Well, it was an
So
accident,
weird.
dearie. I understand that. But I will continue to research it. So when our newfound heroes go in, likely tomorrow, I assume.
I will shout, "Eesh, leave a dish!" across the way at her.
Thank you. She goes, I would suggest that great care is taken upon their delving experience. I do not believe that the crypt was.
Don't do that.
I don't believe that the crypt was found beforehand, so it may contain spirits of evil.
Oh, great.
With that, the chief cleric from the god of healing, Claudius, points out that, well, from a religious standpoint, I would be more than happy to bless the brave heroes that are willing to risk their lives to go into the cellars. So when you find folks are ready to go in and rid us of this heinous evil, please let me know and I will perform a blessing upon you. Twitch Claymore is fucking around with his fork. He's like, well, I guess that leaves me. As the new head of the trade union, it is my duty to inform the five, so to speak, that we believe that we have been treated unfairly as plantation owners. And we will be raising prices, which is unfortunate now that the docks are put out of commission. It could cause some heartache, but it is one we are forced to do. Dead silence across the board.
This is so fucking bullshit. You know what? Fuck it. I'm Rosa. I call people out on their bullshit. I'm gonna slowly look at him and I'm going like, treated unfairly how? Smells like opportunism to me.
Oh, so you remember the drought from last year?
Sorry, wait, what?
You remember the drought from last year?
I heard something last year, but I missed the thing.
Drought.
Sometimes they said your sound is wonky. Well, explain, because right now it smells like opportunism to me.
Drought means when there's not enough water for the crops.
So nature treated you unfairly, not anybody here.
Yeah, so you're going to make the people of this town pay because nature was a bitch. And here's the other thing. Why didn't you raise prices when the harvest came in? That was last year. Smells like opportunism to me. How about the rest of you?
HR Prescott hiccups and he goes, oh, that's probably me. My apologies. Twitch Claymore is clearly sitting in the catbird seat. This angers Wisteria, Talbot, Addington, and Hornswoggle. There is a verbal disagreement with the other members sitting at the table who share your opinion, Rosa. Twitch sits back, takes his fork, sticks it in the meat. He goes, I am the head of the trade union. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I didn't vote for you.
I asked him again, how are you treated unfairly? You're trying to pawn this off as nature. How are you treated unfairly? That's the comment you made.
You, as the head of the trade union, can say something about this to the plantation owners and come up with a better deal that doesn't fuck over this town.
Well, since you weren't here last year, but you seem to know everything, I will point out to you that our prices were unchanged even with the lack of supply. The demand remained the same, and my predecessor felt, much like you, that, the numbers are better for the people. However, that did not change the fact that our plantation owners still had to pay overhead. We are merely trying to recoup what we lost last year. Next year, we can probably render prices back to the same. However, we need to recoup our loss from our benevolent nature, which I disagreed with at the time. You guys got a deal last year. We're looking to get a deal this year. That is why they elected me as head of the trade union, and I have spoken.
And again, how are you treated unfairly? Don't throw that out there and then say it's nature.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
so he
first of
took a
all,
pay cut
Answer the question.
when this happened? The
Everyone,
4/5 and you took a pay cut?
no, the four-fifths are not happy about this at all. Make no mistake, they are not happy. No, he points
here's
out that the plantation owners took the hit last year and are just trying to get back to an even status. And he's not smug about it.
But did they do that of their own will?
They have elected me, and that was one of the planks in my platform.
well,
No. I'm
here's
asking you if they reduced their profits by their own will last year of their own decision, how have they been treated unfairly? You keep saying that. You keep not answering my question.
The answer to your question is quite simple. The previous head of the trade union did not want any undue stress on the people, even though everyone inside the city was extremely profitable last year. We just want to make sure that the agricultural component, i.e., the plantations, are not treated unfairly. This was one of my stances. This was why they elected me. I have made the decision to raise prices just a bit, not overly so, and it must be done.
So you
yeah,
weren't treated unfairly. It was your own. It was their own decision. So don't try to lob that kind of question about it.
All the
plus
plantation owners voted and voted him as the trade union.
here's my big issue. First of all, you should have raised prices last year when this was a problem. But that you weren't in charge then. Can't really fault you for that. However, my real problem is this: you're picking a time when the port is closed and competition is non-existent.
I was just
That's my
elected.
problem with this.
I was
So,
just elected, and that, I mean, the
what?
fact that
I'll tell you what.
not all of the
I'll
docks are
tell,
closed.
I'll tell you what, though. Well, you made it just as a point, by the way, in your statement, which was probably a mistake to say. But here's the thing: why don't you raise your prices when the ports are open and there's a little more there's a little more supply for the demand, and not just starve us all out.
Osiris,
Because
to
not
be
everybody
pointed,
here is rich.
Okay.
Is he going to see how many cigarettes he has left?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just lighting one after another.
Oh, jeez. I got a night and day, not a 20 and a 1.
reroll both.
Good.
Okay.
Good job.
A 4 and 11.
Reroll the 4, please.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Well, he's already seen Heinrich.
19.
Fair enough. In answer to your question, it's Rosa, isn't it?
Oh, it is Rosa.
I believe we've
Rosa
met,
Black.
correct?
Actually, wait. Carol doesn't remember. Have we?
Oh yeah.
When did they meet?
Libin's niece.
When we had to go get her.
Wait, was he? That's what you know. What? That's what I wanted to know. Was this guy the one that had the niece?
Yes.
Oh, we certainly have met, and under very interesting circumstances that maybe the four would like to hear about.
Was it at Club Erotica? I want to say it was at Club Erotica. Weren't you a cowgirl or something?
So hey, you know what?
She goes,
Boy,
hey,
that would
I was
bother
the
me.
cowgirl. She was the one working in the family department.
Yeah, for the day. I kind of still shouldn't friggin' look at him.
So you don't work at Club Erotica anymore?
Fuck no.
Jane, can you tell me why these two don't work at your club anymore?
Hey, can you tell me why you had a kidnapped child in your possession
Jane,
that we had to retrieve?
Jane says they were released due to certain items that they shouldn't have had in their possession.
Oh, no. Hold on. She was released because she showed up your staff. I was released because I was given said items. And I went to
pulls
return
out a special
them.
cigarette.
Also, incidentally, oh no, I'm going to call out their fucking bullshit. And I was released because those certain items were brought to my office, and I actually went to return them. You can ask the guards who were working that day.
Cash takes
I
her
don't know
chair
about.
and- Go ahead.
Go ahead, Cash.
She drags her chair over to Wisteria and is like, shouldn't we get this back on track?
But
Yeah,
you didn't
I'm
answer my-
confused here. I don't know about this, except you're commenting on their work history, but you had a kidnapped child.
Yeah,
Like,
they simply did. We had to go
this
pick her up.
seems strange.
I don't know what
Done
you're
it?
talking about. I know that there was a lost child recovered that I believe belonged to the gem cutter here, if I'm not mistaken.
You mean the one that he paid a ransom for? Sure.
I call it what you want. I'm not certain what you're talking about. Was there, Mr. Inspector Norton? Was there a police report on this alleged kidnapping?
Can I fail my insight roll now?
Edward's like, there was no report of a kidnapping.
Well, that's what we were told. I've got 3 witnesses here that will absolutely say that there was a kidnapped.
You kind of see Osiris kind of look over at Rose like, oh no.
Oh, totally. I'm rubbing your leg.
Don't do that. Like,
you're harshing my buzz, Rosa.
Like, this is Osiris is more or less like, this is neither the time nor the place. Like,
it
this
totally
is the worst option to do this at.
Oh,
sorry, but you only have 2 other witnesses, not 3. 2.
Oh, that's right. She wasn't. She wasn't.
2 other witnesses, right? And the other 2 witnesses are your co-conspirators and collaborators that you've been working with since you got here.
Actually,
no, not the best people to choose from.
I'm pretty sure 3 would be the jewel store owner.
If you can find the other one, good luck.
No, the jewel store, the guy who.
Oh, you think Libbins is going to? You think that?
No. I think I think this guy knows how to intimidate people.
Twitch will point out to Edward Norton and go, perhaps you should check with the gem cutter to see what he has to say. While I am used to this kind of personality assassination, I take no shame from it. Don't worry about it, hon. I understand how you might feel one way.
Oh, you mean
what is this Twitch?
Wait,
Okay.
this is not the first time. You know, maybe it's because you're giving people a reason to come after your personality.
I understand that. Could we get some water for the pirate lady? Can we get some water?
I'm not drunk.
I was just trying to get you liquidated. Cash, I assume you're going to drag your chair over.
Well, yeah, of course. Like, Tyrion and the small council.
Unbeknownst to any of you, Wisteria has shown great disdain for the double cup and has gone for just the bottles. There is one empty one, and she is holding the other one. Cash, I believe it has gotten off the sales. Lord Talbot, and he goes, I would like to thank everyone for their time and effort in coming here and giving a robust discussion. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. I see from Wisteria's eyes, she's like, Claymore, we're going to have a chat. So feel free to finished her meal. I enjoyed the leftover hors d'oeuvres. We will try to return and mingle with you shortly. This monthly meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Mace, Mace, Talbot, Hornswoggle, Vex, and Claymore all wander towards an antechamber. Everybody give me insight.
I kind of want to make this one. I doubt I will, but I kind of want to make this one. No, I don't think I make this one. Nope.
Sweet.
I'm just going to go it now.
106.
Nice.
24.
Osiris, that you are halfway through your elongated smoke, and you realize that Twitch Claymore is the cat that ate the canary, because he is just striding on into the antechamber, thinking he holds all the cards. The five of them go in, the door shuts, a pair of guards block it off. HR Prescott is going to hit on
Not him.
Rosa.
Oh, go away.
Captain
I don't-
Maybell.
He's really drunk. Did you include Osiris in that role?
Yes, I did. All four.
Okay.
Could we just make it Osiris? Because that would be funnier.
Nope. Dice give it, dice take
I
it
don't
away.
care.
Captain Maybell is going after Fia, leaving Osiris and Cash to mingle.
I'm going to ignore Prescott.
He's a little bit difficult to ignore. He is, shall we say, persistent. So I have HR with Rosa. I have Captain Maybell with Fee. Osiris and Cash, do you have anybody, excluding the 4/5, that you have questions to or would like to speak with them further?
I want to check it with Edward Norton, actually.
No. Osiris, since the meeting's over, he gets up and makes his way out.
I'll follow Osiris.
Fair enough. Fee and Rosa are left to fend for themselves.
I want to talk to Captain. I want to talk to Edward.
Osiris, D12 against me.
Sure. 9.
Okay, fair enough. You leave. It is still a moonlit night. Cash is chatty Cathy with you. Rosa, while you attempt to get to Edward Norton, H.R. Prescott is, while drunk, quite wiry and manages to block your path, pointing out that, thanks for defending me. I appreciate that. When I lost Gibbet, I thought I could never have a friend again.
Say a fucking thing, actually.
And I think you might be able to replace him as my friend.
That's how drunk he is.
He's so drunk, he's
I mean-
confusing me for you.
I'm like, well, me, it was her, and then I'm gonna take. I'm pretty strong. I'm gonna take, and I'm just gonna shove him out of the way gently. I'm not trying to hurt him or anything.
Good
And
luck.
I'm gonna keep walking to Edward Norton.
Give me a
Or
strength
I'll
check.
just walk around. Do I want to pick a different die because that die has been? All my dice will be bad, but it doesn't really matter. Oh no, actually that's really good. 19.
Is that with your strength bonus?
Yeah, my strength bonus is 2. I rolled a 17.
Oh no, you're gonna knock him flat.
No.
I know. Well, I rolled a 17 and 2 is 19.
18 plus 2, dirty 20. He grabs a hold of your hand and immediately starts doing the tango with you.
Oh no. I'm going to slap him across the face.
I like it rough,
Don't
my
you
dear.
fucking touch me.
Meanwhile,
Wait. Can I slap him across the face?
hang on, you can slap him next. Captain Maybell does the cartoonish right up against you, Fee, and goes, "Hey, how's it going?" Couldn't help but notice you across the
It's
room. You have a striking smell.
it's redolent of hay and manure.
Ah,
Very appealing.
I thought I
Um,
noticed that.
isn't Ines really hot too?
He is, but he's got that obnoxious tattoo.
Well, so does she. So I'm like, I'm gonna introduce those two because I'd watch that for a couple silver pieces.
What the
Nice.
fuck?
Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
D12 against me. Let's see how this goes.
I should have stayed.
See what you miss when you leave the
3.
room.
Nope.
6.
No, I don't see what I'm missing.
This is not entertaining.
Fee, you notice that Captain Maybell and Ines are speaking, but you aren't sure if it's the alcohol or not because you don't understand a word they're saying. Give me an insight check.
Okay. Yeah, if it's not common or infernal, I don't know what it is.
It is going to be
Although I just got a 19.
nice. You notice that Ines is quite upset, and Captain Maybell is hey, wild and crazy time. But you can tell that something has been said that is rather offensive, being that you do not speak this, shall I say, dialect. You do not know what it is. Ines bows to you nicely and says, "Have a good evening, my dear," and walks away while Captain Not So Subtle Barclay is like, "Oh, was there something I said? I don't think he likes me." So, hun,
She's
that
sabotaged.
manure smell, are you an equestrian by chance?
Yes, retired cavalry. Just can't get it out.
Well, I couldn't tell because you are so svelte in the hips. Most of the equestrians I know are beefy.
Wow.
She is trying to pay you a compliment, but with a nickname like Subtle, she's not getting it done, and she does not care
Yeah,
either.
yeah. And I'm gonna tell her, like, in the spirit of your nickname, I am deeply flattered, but I'm all about you know, the cock. A tris.
I have a device back on my quarters that you might find exceptionally beneficial.
Oh. I mean, is she trying to persuade me? Do I have to do like a roll against this? Because
What do you
she's
want
fully
to
Sorry,
straight.
my arrows only. I only shoot straight from the quiver. I don't use a crossbow.
She, again, Subtle is not an accurate nickname. She is being quite blunt about it. You do not, she's not using charm or anything. You are fully allowed to say no, go fuck yourself, whatever. She is going to continue to just ding you like she's a frat boy at a party.
Okay, so I'll like really breathily tell her in her ear that you're wasting your charms on me. Rosa would probably tear your shit up.
Ooh, which one's Rosa?
Oh my god.
The hot one?
The
The hot one right there?
right next to her that she could
The,
friggin' check out the girls.
the one from the Historical Society? She'll tear me up.
No, no. No, I like point out Rosa. The one getting slobbered on by the drunk man.
In the black and red. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You might be half a man, but, 2.5 will work. Thanks, babe. And gives you a big smack on the ass and proceeds to head towards Rosa and HR Puff and stuff.
I giggle and wink.
HR Puff and stuff.
I want to hang out until Twitch comes back out, so I'll just mingle till then.
Cash and Osiris outside, you notice Heinrich von Spoonfed going over the evening's grades, for lack of a better term. His staff members, his students that he selected to do this. Who wants to roll a d12 against me?
Sure.
I will.
No.
Go ahead.
11.
He is praising them on a job well done. You two may talk to him or continue on home.
I'd like to talk to him.
Yeah.
Sure. Heinrich, hang on. Perhaps these two participants might be willing to share tips on improvement or your performance. Cash and Osiris, correct?
Yeah.
These individuals are heroes. Could you spare a moment to go ahead and give my staff an opinion on their handling of tonight's soiree?
It seemed to go well. I wasn't really focused on the students. I wanted to ask the question about Midge.
Okay.
How is Midge doing in class?
Midge is one of my best students. She is the finest culinary artist of my time. You should all take note of her diligence.
Why was she not here tonight?
I would not waste, no particular reason.
Okay. Good to know. I'm glad that she's doing well in her classes.
Cash and Osiris insight check.
Jesus. 3.
His penis is out and you don't notice.
Great.
14.
You kind of get the impression that being at the top of the class, he wasn't going to waste her time.
Yeah.
So these are the students that
would be a
need an
bit
extra
below her.
credit. Yeah. So Osiris, do you have any words of wisdom to impart on these young culinary students?
Osiris will point out that the presentation was great. Your presentation was good. The food selection was above board. I unfortunately did not partake due to personal reason. I have not been feeling well the last day or so. So I did not eat as to not upset myself more. But
12
I
against me.
appreciate. Okay. 9.
Yep, you're fine. Continue.
It was. It seems that you all have quite a bit of work to do, but Heinrich is shaping you into fine chefs.
You are too gracious, both of you. I appreciate your time and complimentary request to him. Fee, inside, I know you want to wait for Twitch. Are you just going to sit down and keep drinking and watch the shit show that Rose is about to become embroiled in, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll mingle and maybe even mingle my way over to the drunk guy and try and run blocker for Rosa so she can work her magic on the kitten.
Rose's wingman. Blocking you out.
Always a good wingman.
That's right. Blocking you out, Fee, is, of course, H.R. Prescott. Captain Maybell, subtle Barclay, is also headed that way. And Edward Norton has seen Rose's attention-getting efforts, and he is also waiting to see her. So she appears to be belle of the ball with a full dance card. You can
Holy crap.
ease your way past Edward and Maybell and try and redirect HR if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll put my fingers in my mouth and do that loud whistle thing
Nice.
and be like, "Hey, HR, come here."
I guess I won't get the
D12
slap
against
on
me.
when he touched.
Oh, again?
Yep.
11? Come on.
Yep.
Wait, 11's good.
A 3
Yeah,
again.
Oh, he got 11.
Captain Maybell turns around and goes, "You have a magnificent set of lungs on you."
Wow.
And it's so creepy that you kind of feel you need a bath. Edward
Nice.
What the
Norton
fuck?
shoots straight up, and HR is like, "Somebody's whistling." Now is your chance, Rosa. If you make a successful acrobatics dodge, you can get around your dance partner.
Yeah, I guess I won't slap him. I would love to slap him.
You
and
can
say,
slap him too if you want.
Actually, the one thing I want to do is basically say in halfling. First of all, I'm gonna say, "Don't touch me. You don't fucking touch me" in halfling, because I'm pretty sure he can understand it, being a halfling.
Yep.
And then I'm also gonna say, "You were in charge of the site. It's your fault you lost your friend." And I'm gonna go over to.
Ouch.
I'm gonna try to get away. Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know if that stuns him or anything, or gives me any advantage on this roll.
Something is going to happen.
Yeah.
Because believe me,
Your parents never loved you either.
Yeah.
No, she's not gonna go that far.
I'm not going to go that far. I'm just going to say that you're responsible for killing your best friend. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad. You know, it crossed your mind. He's put the blame on everybody else.
Remember
but
when
I
he
think,
died? It was your fault.
Even though you were 3 islands away.
This is what comes of friggin' touching me when I don't want to be bothered with you. I am not gonna fucking pull punches. That's a 12 acrobatics trick.
Yeah, he's not
Don't
not
touch
doing
me
anything.
there. This is my no-no square.
You give him a
Oh,
smack,
please, he doesn't understand that.
and he roars, "You bitch! You weren't even there. You didn't even know that man. You aren't
You
even
were in
half that
charge.
man. I wasn't there. I was in charge
He was
of
left
that
behind.
That's right. You were in charge of the site. And I'm saying this still in
No, he wasn't.
halfling. I don't want everybody else. I mean, anybody understands halfling's going to understand.
Oh,
But I will say
he's
that
loud.
halfling-
Everybody can hear him, so he's not going to hold
That's
back.
fine. I've just been said I'm not dragging. I said he could drag everyone in. I'm trying not to necessarily put his dirty laundry out to everybody. But
What do I need to roll to break this up?
Let's see what she says
actually,
first.
I don't. Basically, I'm just gonna finally say to him, like, listen, you shouldn't have touched me. I don't pull fucking punches when you touch me without consent.
Uh-oh.
You asshole.
Uh,
I look, and if I see Norton coming at me,
oh, no, everybody step back.
everyone stopped.
Oh, yeah. This is a scene now.
She basically, she's actually, even though she's pissed off that he touched her, consent is very important to Rosa, by the way. So if you fucking touch me without my consent, because you're a drunken asshole, I said I pull no punches. I'm gonna just wait and see what he does. I'm not approaching him. I'm not attacking him. I'm not even looking. I'm just gonna look at him.
Fee D20.
He's gonna throw the first punch. I was gonna
19.
Yeah, you successfully step in between the two and run blockade. And he's like, does she think I was even fucking there?
I think so, honey. I think she's been drinking. Come here. Come tell me some stories about your friend.
He is.
I'm sure you've got some great tales. Yeah, I'll use him as a rest.
As a bra rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my dear.
He's very supportive.
Let me buy you a drink. So you continue around to where, I don't know, Brianna or Talbot would have been sitting and run interference. Rosa, you see Edward Norton, rather pensive, and you see Captain Maybell, equally pensive. Give me an insight
My
roll.
shoulders do drop, and I'm off my guard. Insight. Yeah, that's no.
Okay.
It's like a 5.
So
Guessing.
they're close, but they're offset. So you'll have to choose one of them to speak to. And since your insights failed you, you aren't sure what their reaction is.
I mean, let's put it this way. What's her name? Mabel?
Mabel.
Sorry, I'm really bad at. Oh yeah, Mabel. Has been clearly sweet on PA. So I don't really know that she was heading me for any other purpose. But I do know Edward Norton, and I consider him an ally and a friend. I'm going to him.
Okay, fair enough. He goes, well, that seemed a bit ugly. You got to watch yourself around HR, especially when he drinks.
Yeah, well, he friggin' got my way, and he friggin' touched me when I did not want it.
It looked like you two were dancing.
No, he grabbed me and pulled me onto the floor. There was no consent. I almost decked him, but I didn't. I decided to fight back with words.
Well, you have chosen the high road. I'm sure it will benefit you in the future.
We'll see. I mean, hopefully he won't forget. Hopefully he'll forget all about this night. He's pretty friggin' in the bag. But I was coming to talk to you.
What can I do for you?
I don't know. Maybe it's something we can do for you. Do you have any leads on that case? Do you want a help with the case?
The bull
stalker?
is handling the case. It is an evening problem. I am assisting him. I have not yet had the opportunity to speak with him about any potential information that he has. I was ill prepared for this evening's meeting. This was my first go at this.
Have they had meetings like this before? I mean, you've been here for a while, right?
There is a meeting every month.
Okay, that's why I got the thing. This is not a new thing. I assume this has been going on for a while.
These are the leaders of Ocasio, the five and the high-ranking people of the city.
Is Prescott one of the 5?
Prescott is their most loyal and most long-tenured henchman.
Some loyalty there. It seems he's rather angry at them.
Well, when he's sober, there's no man better in a fight.
No, I can see that. I can see that being a good thing. So, I don't know. I'm here to offer. We've helped you before, and it seems like this case is really difficult. I'm happy to help if I can.
I have a meeting with Bull later. I will gather some information and seek you out if you can be of assistance.
And, well, how are you? How are you doing? Are you better? You're all better, I assume, from...
I have healed. Osiris and Cash, are you headed home after this?
I'm going wherever Osiris is.
Yeah, Osiris is gonna head back because now that we're done with this, he's gonna get those guards out so they can go home, and the hole is their problem. So
I forgot about that.
Okay, fair enough. Fie, do a charisma roll for me.
19.
Very nice. He will tell you one story before he passes out. Is there any specific story that you would like to hear about?
Just his favorite story of him adventuring or hanging out with his best friend ever.
H.R. Prescott will go ahead and explain to you how he became a member of the Five along with Gibbet McSimmons. They were in the port city of Britannica several years ago when they were in a bar fight. they felt that a very young Wisteria Vex was being picked on by some barbarians, and the two men had consumed a rather healthy amount of ale and felt the need that, not knowing she was a wizard of some renown, might need their assistance. They then pantsed the barbarians and clocked them over the head with whiskey bottles. Wisteria Vex was uh, thankful, but then levitated them into the ceiling and dropped them into the floor and thanked them for their gallantry. She then felt that Gibbet showed some promise and offered the pair to join her group, which included a cleric, several warriors, and the bard, Salvatore Talbot. Um, Gibbet McSimmons was granted full partnership after a series of adventures, while H.R. Prescott, the Spock of the group, just maintained a loyal hiring. As Gibbet's longtime friend, he would always side with Gibbet, sometimes clashing with Wisteria and the others. And as he's going on about this, he said, the funniest thing, the absolute funniest thing about this is after we pants him, there's this spinning wheel, and Gibbet throws one of the barbarians and daggers him right through the loincloth. And
Oh,
the barbarian yelled out, I've been moiled. And 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 Gibbet and Gibbet and Gibbet and he passes out.
Oh,
Nice.
God,
wow.
Nice. I'll get some napkins and put him under his head as a little pillow and let him have a nap.
That's right, move his head. You can tell that Rosa is making time with Edward Norton, and you hear the door open, and there's some yelling as Twitch Claymore kind of saunters off, sees you, and
Ooh, which you? Me?
Fee. No, you're busy with
Fee.
Edward.
Well, yeah,
I-
I'm there.
Fee tries to give like a sexy look to lure him over, like, business is open kind of look.
D12 against me.
Oh God, you.
Oh, I don't want to roll this d12 because it's been threes the whole night.
Either that or I'll give
Where's
you
my other one?
persuasion roll if you'd rather.
Yeah, my persuasion. Yeah, I'll try the persuasion.
Fair enough.
Oh, a nat 20 plus 3.
Oh, he's on you like Musk.
Ugh.
Hello there. I see your friends have left. What can I do for you, my dear? Offer you a safe travel home, perhaps, or shall we do a nightcap?
Why not both? I admire a man who's masterful with his tongue.
Well, then, you've come to the right place, my dear. What is his charisma?
Please let it be
17?
a 6. Oh God, he's way too good looking for me. Okay.
I figured he was.
So I like force a
surprising.
like smile. I'm into you.
Wow. Persuasion
I
at
miss-
disadvantage.
Can you
I'm into
please-
you. Woo.
Honest to God, I almost want art of that scene. I'm into
Disadvantage.
you. Tee hee hee.
An 8.
Yeah, he's like, that's odd, but I guess the way I handled the members of the five, I can come across
I like it
as
rough.
well.
I'm being bad, I tell him.
Uh,
Oh my God, what are you?
Let's go for I put out my arm. I'm like, walk me home, strong man.
Okay.
All right, cool.
This is somewhere where you get in trouble. Not the voice of experience speaking, probably, but this is where you get into trouble. Why, my dear, take me home.
Indeed. Reminiscent of high school. Let's go.
Perception check, Rosa.
This is gonna be so fucking awkward. All right. I don't know. Wait. No, I'm just gonna say no. I can't even see my dice that well.
Fair enough.
That was a single digit. I know single digit, double digits. Single digits are bad, and I don't have that high a perception to. Well, I'm busy with Edward Norton. We're not really paying attention to anything but him.
Osiris and Cat are headed home. Rosa is with Norton. And God only knows what Fee is going to do with Twitch. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Fee, you were not at the plantation.
No, I have no idea what the plantation's about.
I'm wondering if she's trying to figure out what happened at the plantation with all this.
She might
I have one question.
I'm going to try and talk him into checking out the cellar, is what I'm doing.
Oh, good idea.
Wow. Okay. One question, go ahead.
I have a question for Edward, and it'd be like, so what's your take on the whole thing with Twitch? Because I was telling the truth there. We were sent there by the hell's the name of the jewel crafter?
Libbins.
Sorry, Carol's Libbins. We were sent there by Libbins to retrieve his niece, which he had said he had paid, if I recall correctly, it was a while ago. He said he paid a ransom for.
Well,
implying that somebody kidnapped her. Well, and I'll tell you what. Sorry. He is sus as fuck.
I don't know what that means.
It means he's suspicious. I got the vibe that maybe he's running some sort of a racket. I don't know.
Well, without an actual victim or complainant, I don't have much to go on. With that, we will call it a night. Carol, aka Rosa, what'd you think?
Oh my God, that was way more exciting. I wasn't sure. I knew it was going to be interesting, but that became way more exciting than I expected. I'm going to be interested if there's any ramifications for anything I said. Promises. You started out so strong, and now, with trying to pin something on my character, there's been all these promises, but no follow through.
Ebb and flow.
I know, I can't. I'm waiting for the shoes to drop, and I'm excited. Carol is legitimately excited as fuck when they do.
Nice.
Just saying.
Dawn, aka Fee, what'd you think?
Always a lot of fun. I am never obnoxious in real life, so this is just delightful.
Right, whatever you got to tell yourself, that's cool. Thanks, Karen. Jesse,
don't make me ask for your manager.
Jesse, aka Osiris, what'd you think?
Oh God, is she our Karen?
It was good. I have so many more questions now.
Darn, that wasn't my goal.
Yeah, Osiris left with questions like, now I have a list of people that I want to chase down for individual breakdowns of something. So it's good times. Good times.
Carrie, aka Cash. It was good. She was disappointed that she couldn't there was no stuff to take home to Midge.
There were hors d'oeuvres.
Well, I know, but there was a lack of description there. Your food stuff leaves a lot to be desired.
There were chicken nuggets.
In dinosaur shapes?
That's right. Cheese squares.
I guess I like the food.
Gummy bears.
I just rolled. I guess I like the food. It was pretty good.
That was good. It'll be interesting to see what happens from here.
Giant fucking mess. But at least you
They
guys have
started a fire and threw some
blessing.
gas.
So
gasoline
when
on
you
it.
guys go down under into the cave slash crypt slash tomb slash death of several PCs, you can have a blessing on your way down there.
That's true.
That storyline is going to be a little bit more intriguing next time because the five, or as Dawn has adequately put it, 4/5, they have concerns. And remember, the safety and security of Ocasio is of paramount concern to us. That is their tagline. So
Which thing do they have concerns about?
They have a lot of concerns. Clearly, they did not deal with the dragon, whether they couldn't or didn't want to, or maybe they wanted to get your opinion. You guys
That's what I thought.
were holding cards on several areas, and that is why you were invited. You were not considered city fathers or mothers at this point in time. You did
It was an
provide
information gathering moment for them.
as much as you.
That's why I was silent for most of it, because I didn't want to give them any more than I necessarily needed to. And that's why when Rosa spilled the beans about the breath weapon, I was like, damn it. I didn't want him to know.
Yeah.
Like, I already have a deal in place with him. I didn't want him to know anything other than you're getting assault.
You know what though? But if they kill the dragon, that kills our deal. So
It better not be pea salt. That's all I'm saying.
I wasn't
it's
pointing
not,
out
as
the
far as I
dragon.
know, it was not pea salt. I believe you said it had to do with the breath weapon.
Apparently, it has to do with the V salt. Is
Right.
The thing is now, if they kill the dragon, if he kills the dragon, he can be justified in killing the dragon. It's harder for him when it would have been killing PCs or NPCs. That would have been a little harder. But now the dragon can be a justified killing.
But you did give him a decent deal, right?
It doesn't matter. This is a cop-out now, because he can say that the dragon did X, Y, or Z, and it's done this.
Well, it depends on how much he likes gold. Because to
he
me,
doesn't. He's in a monopoly.
Yes, he still has it because we're going through him. He still has a monopoly.
You keep those mountain goats coming. Goldie's going to do anything he can for you.
Besides, I have a funny feeling even then it's not going to be easy to take out that dragon.
I'm just saying, if that dragon gets pregnant, that V-salt might change.
It is a girl dragon?
It's a girl dragon. By the way,
now. If you really didn't want it to be said, we should never have named it Dragon Salt. I mean, just saying.
Nobody in this town believes in dragons.
Right?
I wasn't worried. Everybody, when we said dragon, they're like, nah, it's not real. Dragons aren't real.
Wait. They seem to think it's real.
Two of them.
Well, they've seen it now.
The town thinks it's real. So, as far as I'm concerned,
we'll just call it salt. A gentleman never asks.
There we go.
Victoria's salt.
Too bad. Rosa calls it.
It tain't what you think it is.
Wow.
Okay, you win. That was perfect.
Just let it dribble down your chin. You will enjoy the spicy nature. Kiss and wave before YouTube fires us. Mwah! Bye, everybody.
It'll leave a taste in your mouth, folks.
Adventures in Filbar. For all your role-playing needs, try the free stuff first.
Hello and welcome to our stream. Don't forget to follow us on the socials at Mhobo Inc. or you can email us mhoboinc@gmail.com. If you're interested in playing on the stream, get a hold of us. You can also purchase interesting RPG items at our store and the link is below. We have everything from shirts to skateboards in our shop. Go, take a look. And if you need new math rocks, catch a Pirate Dog Dice on Twitter for some personalized items. If your game stinks, unlike ours, try some adventure scents by elfishgames.com. They have over 60 different scents and most are pleasant. This aid is perfect for in-person games, especially conventions. Elfish Games also makes how to RPG with your cat, how to cook with your dice, the Shine system if you want to be a gooder writer than me, or try the Radiance project if you just want to play with yourself.